Hi, my name is Marcia Maddox, and I'm here to talk about Acting 101 or Preparing the Actor 101. I would say there's probably about 10 things that I'll talk about today that will help you either before you've taken classes or after you've taken acting classes. So, what I'm doing right now is slating at the top of this video and letting this is Rex. This is Rex. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. You want to be on the video? You want to put your head up a little higher. There we go. Okay, that's our vocal classes. Today we're doing Preparing the Actor 101. So, slating, the term itself is at the beginning of a tape or a reel, you want to know how to mark that actor's time reference so that you can go right to that time slate and slot to actually find that actor again if you need to. Hey, baby. So you would state your name, state your agency that you represent or that represents you and got you that audition, and any additional information. Maybe they would want you to tell them the name of your monologue, the act and the scene, and the character in which you are playing, or the scene in which you are playing from any other reference. Hey, baby, come on, sit. Good boy. Okay. And so that would be slating at the top of your audition. The audition itself, choosing a monologue. Choosing a monologue is very instrumental to the type of audition that you're going to. If you're going to a theater audition and it's a modern and contemporary piece, they may want you to do a modern and contemporary song as well as audition piece, monologue. Okay, and the same for a classic. If you do know a piece from the production itself and they don't advise against it, then that is always great to do a song or and a monologue from the character in which you're auditioning for, if you know the character in which you're auditioning for. So choosing a monologue for your audition is very important. We'll go over that in the workshop. The resume itself, having copies of your resume with your picture, this is essential for an audition. The resume itself should list all of your dimensions, your height and willingness to play, age range, your vocal range, things of that nature. If you're comedy, if you're physical comedy, if you are a musician or instrumental, you'd put all of that at the top of your resume. You'd either put your accomplishments in category order: theater, commercial, television, film, print, and then all your training at the bottom, and you may put miscellaneous skills, attributes that you may have. If you went to nursing school, you may have uniforms from that. Things of that nature help in your background acting. So that's your resume. Have copies of that and your headshot for your audition. And the callback itself after the audition, you'll be notified with that information from what's on your resume and your headshot. So make sure your email and your phone number is up to date and all of that. So you want to get your call back, right? Your headshot itself should look like your most current look. If this is the look I am rolling with, I should have photos in this vein. You may have different headshots in the same time period with different looks that you may actually be known to present yourself with. So you may want to prepare yourself and have more than one headshot. So the number 5, rehearsals. You've booked the gig, okay? Rehearsals and or readings. Sometimes a initial rehearsal is a reading to determine who is best for each character. They may have that person there and they may have them in mind for one or two characters, or they may have one or two people in mind for a particular character. So a rehearsal may actually be a reading where you actually get the script there, or the sides in which you've auditioned with, or other sides in which characters that you didn't audition for have lines for. And so a rehearsal, you may start to go over terms of upstage, downstage, stage left, stage right, house left, house right. These are terms in which we'll go over in the workshop so that you'll know how to listen and do well at a rehearsal. On a film set, you may need to know different terms for that. A commercial set, you'll need to know different terms for that. It all depends on the type of acting or if you do all types of acting. And so once you're in rehearsal and it's getting close to showtime, you'll be on book, which is reading your lines on stage, off the script. And when you're off book, you will no longer have your script on stage with you. You can then call for a line. You say as much as you know, and you call for a line when you need it. So that's being off book. So you've gone over Act 1, you've taken notes for your blocking, where you're going to stand, where you're going to move, how you're going to get there, when you enter, when you exit. Act 2, the same thing, blocking notes. Now you're at Tech Week, okay? One tip, you might want to bring your own mic tape just to have extra. Tech Week is when you actually go over, it's more than a dress rehearsal. You've done that maybe in your rehearsal space. Now you're doing a full-on show with Tech Week. So you'll go over all your lighting, all your off and on with your mics, all your in and out with your lighting, your special lighting, your solos. This is when your stage managers come into major play. If you're in theater, this is when you actually now have no directors on site. You're actually on your own doing what you've rehearsed for weeks. Opening night. So the main thing that you'll go over probably in your last rehearsal, opening night, is your curtain call. So after you've done what you've rehearsed, you've put on a great production, now you're going to have your curtain call, and that will have gone over in your last rehearsal, which is taking your bow. So come on to the workshop and we'll fill in all of the details for getting the actor prepared, either before you've taken acting classes or after. 10 steps to get you started, things you will need to know to make sure you are ready to book the gig, do well on the gig, and invite your friends and family to a wonderful show that you are well prepared for and ready and have done a great job to get yourself prepared for. Make sure I have all my little notes that I wanted to say. And thank you again. You can learn more about any of these areas separately or together in our workshop. Okay? Thank you, and I'm Marsha Maddox.